Welcome, dear Starseeds. Welcome. You were drawn here to this reading, to this channel, to this energy, for there's a part in your soul that's pulling you towards something more. Something more to know, more to life than what it is. Starseeds, it is part of your mission to help raise the consciousness of humanity through your own inner awakening. Through awakening and balancing the polarities, through awakening and balancing the masculine and the feminine energies and the principles, the distorted energies that we are all operating out of at this level of consciousness in this time. The fragmented portions. You're here to show the way as a whole being, unfragmented, full of love and light. Each one of you is encoded with special codes of awakening. Each one of you is encoded with special gifts that only you in your space can awaken. Not I, not another person, but only you. So this is not the time to play small and say, this is what my fate is. This is the cards that I have been dealt with, and therefore there's nothing more. This is not the time to play it safe, to play it small. This is the time to awaken to your true purpose. Your true life purpose beckons you. Your soul's guiding you towards your path that you've come here to do, that you've come here to awaken, that you've come here to follow, to experience, to show the way. Each one of you is encoded with energies from the star systems that you've come. Many of you have incarnated in these past civilizations, ancient civilizations, where there was a great amount of spiritual growth and awakening. Lemurian, dragon energies, angelic realms, Egyptian cultures, the Vedic cultures, so many more encoded in you. Awaken to those. I welcome you today. My name is Archana with Divine Soul Resonance, and I was preparing my decks last night to do some readings for the channel today. And I was being drawn to my Starseed deck, and this word of fate and destiny was coming up. And this morning, just before, this is the first reading that I'm doing for the channel, I was called very strongly to bring forth of what we need to know at this point in time of what we believe is our fated life versus our destined life. So we're going to look at what is it that we need to know now? What is the fated life that you believe that you're living? What is this fated life that the Starseeds are believing, angels? What is this fated life? What is the destined life? And this is all in the energy of now. Destined life. What is the bridge? How can the Starseeds move from what they believe is the fated life to their destiny? What is the call of action? What is this hero's call within? What is going to serve as a bridge between the fate and destiny? Thank you. We'll get all our cards first before we get into the reading. Fated energy for the Starseeds and what they believe. Destined energy. And what is the bridge? Fated energy, destined energy, the bridge. Thank you. Let's begin. I want to first start with what we believe is the fated energy that we have. The fate, the cards that we were dealt with. This is what life has given me. These are the cards that I have right now. And whatever your situation has been, and as star seeds, I know for sure that your life journey has not been easy, flow. It's been filled with obstacles. It's been filled with challenges. It's been filled with not having contentment. Just a lot of challenges. Okay? I do feel that. I feel like many of you have felt like you've been burnt in the situation. Okay? You try to do something good. You try to be a peacemaker, but something just falls off. Something just doesn't take off. You are feeling that you're never getting a new start in your life. This is the challenge that I'm picking up very strongly for the star seeds, that you've been wishing and wanting for a new beginning, for something to begin and start. But there are situations and people that you've manifested. Well, this is part of the soul mission. This is part of the learning, which has kept you in a state of lack, where you're made to feel, I'll put them in parentheses, that you need to have these physical items or these things to make you feel safe and secure. And if the world doesn't accept you, if the people, your friends don't accept you, then you are not worthy. Okay? And you've had situations where people have backstabbed you. There's been less than. So this is part of the fragmented consciousness. This is part of people's ego minds projecting their shadow sides onto you, and you have been taking all of those and believing them. That's part of the lesson. That's part of the challenge. That's part of the human experience. Okay? That's your fated life. Feeling like the timing is always off and I always have to wait. It says here, wait, it's not time yet. Okay, it's not time yet. Things are being woven, but that's not what you believe in. You just feel like there's never the right time. How come you're missing the opportunities? How come you are not able to see what is it that you're meant to do? Many of you are feeling a loss of hope, a loss of a connection, feeling a desire to wanting to go home. I want to go home. I want to go to a place which is peaceful. There's serenity, there's contentment, there is sacredness. I feel you're in a stage of life where you're not hopeful for a new beginning to come. You've been waiting for so long and things have not worked out. This is what your ego life and the life that you are living is reflecting through situations, through opportunities, through relationships that have been challenging, not reciprocal, not harmonious, where people, there's an imbalance and a give and take. But remember, you're star seeds. We begin with that. You're star seeds. You're here to show the way of what it means to bring balance in people, those who are fragmented, right? So you have taken on that challenge to be human, to take on the challenges that all human beings face. You chose not to remember your divinity. You chose not to remember your connection to the deep connection to the source, to the sacredness within. You chose to incarnate here to be human. And through these challenges and obstacles, you chose and you pledged, I will remember. I will remember my sacred space. I will remember my connection. I shall not let my fire die. I shall courageously see things from a different perspective. I will courageously take new steps forward. Okay? Reminding you of the pact you made with yourself. This is not a pact that you made with anyone. This is something that you chose to do and pledge for yourself. So you're not meant to wait. Things are being woven. Starseeds, things are coming in alignment. So there can be contentment. That there can be these new beginnings. So there can be this place of growth and surrender and serenity. That people around you are going to recognize and feel that. And things and places are coming in alignment. There is a great awakening that's taking place in the world at this time. So what is your destined path? What is your great destiny? What is your soul urging you towards? Okay? Trusting in the timing. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. This is where you're feeling in your ego, like I have to wait, and you're being impatient. And here, what is your destiny saying here? Trust the timing, because things are being woven, something that you cannot see, the mind cannot see. You're a higher dimensional being, but we are operating in third dimension. Okay, we're operating in third dimension, so everything can only be seen in the 3 dimensions of length, breadth, and height. The dimension of time is not in our control. So we believe and perceive time to be linear in a third dimensional reality, but you are higher dimensional beings. What is the call for that? The call is to trust in, quote unquote, the timing. Okay? Because this is part of the illusion that you must break free from. Okay? Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. That is, your destiny is not going to pass you by. What you're meant to do here is going to happen. This is part of your life mission, is to anchor in trust and faith. Okay? There is a huge transformation, and you're going to bring about a big transformation in people around you. And some of you have larger missions of going beyond the community, going towards on a global level. Okay? So, but you must journey within. This is the energy of transformation. You are, and 3 is showing me, you are connected to your spirit guides. You are connected to the ascended masters. You are connected to the angelic realms because you have already ascended in other dimensions and places. You're bringing that energy in from parallel lives, from other dimensions, and you're anchoring it in the 3rd dimension, which is only of 3 elements here, right? 3-dimensional space and reality. Timing is not in our control in the 3rd dimension, but it is in our control in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th dimensions. There are different laws of physics that apply in higher dimensional reality, and you have lived in those. This is where you are, so you're bringing that in. So think of it as a filtration system, okay? Something that has to be filtered, that can be seen. I cannot teach a PhD level mathematics course to a kindergartner or someone who is just beginning. Yes, on an energetic level, yes, we can. But I'm giving you an example that if I have to teach 2 + 2 versus something that's of a higher, deep, let's say I have these, a class on calculus, it's not going to be possible. So something has to be filtered through. Does it mean that the consciousness is I don't want to use the word like, oh, it's low. No, it's fragmented. You're showing others the way that, hey, bring all parts of you together in unison. Bring all parts of you. That's fragmented, where you're giving your power away, where you go within. So bringing the transformation from inside out, not from outside in. You're showing the way to the people. That's the hero's journey, diving in the deepest call. Okay, you're jumping and trusting the universe, and you're taking the dive into the depths of your soul. Okay, connecting to the depths of the soul, and then bringing the transformation outside. And that is what your destiny is. That is where your soul is guiding you towards, is to keep going deeper inwards and keep creating these shifts and breaking down these paradigms one at a time that the outside third dimensional reality has created. Okay, these are the constructs of the past. This is the construct of the current dimension. Okay, but you are a higher dimensional being. Now, how do we bring that match? Because a third dimensional being, you are a third dimensional being for now, here in this third dimensional reality. So even though you have access to it, how do you bring it down that it is fluid? And does it kind of make sense that it falls in this realm, that it can be seen and perceived in this reality? How do you bring that about? Okay, so that is part of your mission. So it's saying here, I journey within to meet my higher self and to find true happiness. You're going to be showing others the way that the key to happiness is not in, yes, of course, a vacation would be great. This much money would be great. If a partner came in and did this, would be wonderful. All those are wonderful, but those are temporary. True happiness is discovered from the love within, and it radiates outside, and that is part of the mission. But you can only take part of that mission. You've got to go through the training. So this is the training ground. You chose to be here to go through these challenges, to overcome these obstacles. So first, you must know and feel these challenges before you can be the way shower, so that you can carve a path for others. Because you already know in your heart, you already know you're a starseed. Okay, you have the wisdom. But just like everybody else, those parts of the DNA are locked, just like everybody else. But you have the capacity to unlock higher dimensions. You have the capacity to break free from these paradigms. You have the capacity to awaken deep within. And through that, you're going to bring about a big shift and transformation in yourself, in your families, in your community, and at a global level. Oh, I didn't see the third part of the message. Oh, what do you know? I'm talking and doing a reading for Starseeds, and it says seeds. Okay? So, big message that time is not running out. The wave you came in is perfect. Trusting in the time. When you plant something, it's not going to bloom right away. For instance, I've been wanting to plant jasmines, and I was getting impatient, but I want to smell the jasmine flowers in my garden right now. But the timing is not right, Archana. You've got to wait that out. Plant the seeds at the right time, and they're going to grow and bloom so that they can be that fragrance, they can be the beauty that you can experience in relative time. We've got to work through the construct of time in the third dimension, but in our heart knowing that timing is just one dimension. Because in third dimension, I can't go back into the past. I can't go back into the past and say, hey, you know what? I can't change that decision. But in other higher dimensions, you have that ability. You have that ability to go back to the beginning point of a choice point and make a different choice. And as a starseed, you have been able to pull those different realities in, those different versions of you that you have existed in different choices that you have made, and there are learnings that have taken place through all of these choices. Okay, starseeds, you're following along what I'm saying. I know you are. I know you are. And through those, I don't want to say course corrections, through those adjustments, that's what I'm feeling. With this, I'm feeling a sense of adjustments. What is it that I need to adjust now? It's time to make those adjustments. And also understand that you're meant to bring forth this wisdom. You're meant to transform your life from inside out. You're meant to experience true happiness. And you're going to show others how. You're going to show others how you did it. So what's the bridge between the perceived reality in the third dimension to what you're destined for in the now? Okay, let's have a look. The bridge. Look at the bridge. Look at, out of all my yin yang oracle, The deck that, so many cards, right? Look at the energy that came through for you as a bridge. It says here assistance and spirit guides. So what's the step? What is being asked of you to go from here to here? Okay? How do you shift and break free from this paradigm and enter into this paradigm of finding that happiness within, trusting in the timing, okay? Trusting that everything is interconnected. It's building greater trust. So that is a challenge here that I'm picking up in your starseeds, is to meditate and connect with your spirit guides. Connect with your spirit guides. Today, before our reading, and I want to share that with you, generally anytime I'm doing readings for the channel, I start with a prayer, and the prayer lasts for all the readings that I'm planning to do on that day, which get posted over time. Okay? Today, suddenly, like I mentioned, I wanted to do the Starseeds one. The prayer that came out was long, and it was about a connection. It's about pulling in the fragmented parts. I don't even know where those words were coming from. I've never said those words in a prayer before, but I could feel the energy, the pulses and electric pulses going across, especially my left hand, which is our receiving hand, as I was ready, because I decided to do the reading. Well, I decided in the third dimension to do the reading for the Starseeds. So spirit guides, getting in tune with your spirit guides. Whatever your heart is feeling, know that you are connected, and I'm going to show you the other cards, and that your spirit guides are looking out for you. This is a divine mission. You're a beautiful divine starseed, and you are on this divine mission, and you can do it. You can unlock and open the doors to what humans right now perceive as quote-unquote junk DNA. There is no such thing as junk DNA. You're activating newer strands that have been dormant in consciousness, but to break free from these old paradigms, that's why you chose this light. That's why you chose this life. Okay? You're connected. Trusting in your spirit guides, trusting. You may be seeing some number synchronicities. You may be seeing some people are listening to the same song, and then you get inspired to do something, and then you say, nah, you just brush it off. So this is not the time to brush it off, okay? They're speaking to you through songs, through numbers, through repeated patterns, repeated cycles that you can visually see. I'm hearing, you can see it. You can hear it, you can see it. You can definitely see these messages, hear these messages, you are perceiving them, but the guidance is coming is somehow you are ignoring them. Somehow you're ignoring the call that comes in. There's an inspiration that comes in. Though there was an idea that came in, you brushed it off through the third dimensional thinking and saying, oh, it can never be, or I'm not good enough. But here the message is that they're guiding you. They're guiding you that, and the solar plexus, we'll talk about the final card later. Taking actions daily that awaken my personal power. Okay, that's card number 13, and there's 3. Okay, 13 in tarot is that of the death card, and transformation is actually the energy of the death card here. So I am feeling like this is not the, did I not start by saying this is not the time to play it small? This is your light. Look at how bright this light is. It can light up the entire universe. You're a starseed, okay? It's like when stars are shining in the sky, right? In the darkness, it fills the entire sky. So you're like this bright star. You are this star, but you're shrouding your energy. You're seeing yourself less than. You're comparing yourself. So this is the time, the bridge that's going to help you to transform is not to compare. Okay, not to compare what you look like, not to compare your economic status, not to compare your educational status, not to compare your words, the way you speak, the way you do things, the way you carry yourself, the way you dress. This is not the time. What you have, the knowledge, the wisdom, the light, awakening code that's within you, it's above the third dimensional construct. you're bringing in higher dimensional knowledge, you're bringing in higher dimensional light and light codes that people can live in harmony. That's our next leveling up as humanity, is to collectively come from a place of love and not from a place of anger and hate. Okay, so, but you must first take your power back. That's part of the lesson. That's why you chose to be human. You chose to come on Earth School. You chose this human body, this particular human body, and the form that you have is embodied and taken on by you by choice. You chose this particular color hair, this particular body type. Okay, you chose to incarnate in that particular family with that particular dynamic because there is a certain part that you have chosen to see and to understand so that it can help you break free and unlock more and more and more of your potential, more and more of your worth, more and more of your light. Okay, more and more of your light. Also know, if the entire sun, right now it's like millions of miles away from Earth, if the entire sun, and I'm just going to say, if it falls on Earth, we'll actually all burn and die, right? We'll all burn and die physically because it's so hot. So your light is you're getting a lot of the downloads, meaning you're awakening at a cellular level. You're awakening through your third eye. You're awakening through your crown chakra with all the energetic connection with your spirit guides giving you the downloads, okay? You're awakening, more light. So you're awakening more to your true self, your divine self. And as you are glowing and growing, you're holding and recognizing all that you are. And the more you embody your divine self, the more you bring in that light energy, the more you remember that you're the spiritual being, the more you are creating that transformation in the lives of others. Okay? So one of the other ways that you can bridge this energy from where you're feeling like you're waiting to trusting in the timing is, I do feel with this, says the 7 star sisters, birthing creation's tapestry of life and expression. I do feel with these 2 energies, I know you're getting the guidance. There's something that you want to do, but you're holding yourself back thinking of self-worth. We've already talked about that. So one of the messages that's coming forth is what will help you to move from this to this is to start taking steps. So do something small, okay? Take a small step. So if you don't want to, if let's say you're in that job, but there's this soul call and you love doing this other thing, which just makes you so happy, but you're not sure if it's going to bring in the money to sustain your human life. I mean, we do have a human body, so money, food, all those things are necessary, important part of our human life. And that's what you have chosen to do, is to anchor in and bring these 2 parts, the spiritual and embodying the spiritual self in the physical realm, living of the world but not being of the world. So enjoying it but detached, from a detached perspective. So coming to this part to me is like, start something small. Maybe you start doing something on the weekends. Maybe you start to, you like playing an instrument, and you feel like, you know what, I've been wanting to practice that more and actually perform at this children's location or at this old age home or this fundraiser, just something, just singing is coming to me, or instruments. Then go start something small, volunteer someplace, begin something small, and it's going to start to awaken, and there's going to be that connection, because I feel like you're going to be connecting. This to me is with the 7. Again, the energy of 7 is here. You're going to be connecting to your soul family, okay? You're connecting to your star soul family. And there's going to be an instant connect when you allow yourself to be free, to be who you are. You allow yourself to shine slowly. And I'm saying sometimes it's very challenging. Like if you've been wanting to speak and you've been coaching others, but you're kind of afraid to go, in a public of like 500 people, start something small. Could be starting with friends, starting with a small community, and then starting a recording with that, and then going slowly, and slowly you expand, because your light's going to grow more and more. And I do feel that there's going to be some community work that you'll be doing. Well, of course, as a starseed, but this is definitely showing up as the next stage, is what I meant. That you're going to probably be connecting with other, and if you're a divine feminine, you'll be connecting with other feminines. Maybe feminines, women empowerment. Something with women empowerment is another thing that I'm feeling. Okay, you could be a masculine for women empowerment. All right, maybe that is part of your lesson. That's part of what you're trying to anchor in. It's to honor the feminine energy of creativity and expression. Okay, so to me, the word here is that expression is the key word here. You're being given guidance on what you should do. Pay attention, be guided, and without a expectation on the outcome, that this is what the outcome should look like, this is what the outcome will be, but just being present, because that's the key energy here. Being present in the now. Okay, there's big assistance here for you. You're birthing something very, very big. And you know what? Even though this is not the energy of the Empress, with this whole solar plexus coming near the womb area, to me, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. You're birthing like this huge creative project, this huge creative light here. Definitely great amount of creativity that is being birthed through you. You're being assisted on your path, dear starseeds, at this time. Express yourself. Okay, take actions every day. So every day affirm to yourself what you know, who you are, and awaken to your personal power and see things from a different perspective. That fire is never going to die out. You are going to have a new beginning, and this new beginning is not something you have to wait. Timing is out of this construct. It is an illusion in the third dimension. And another message is to create that sanctuary, to create a sacred space for yourself where you feel the peace and security. And I feel like when you start to take actions towards what you really like doing, you know, whether you take like an hour a day, an hour a week, 2 hours a week, whatever it is that you can and do, I do feel it's going to help you a lot. And I also feel 3 other messages coming in. I'm seeing maybe stargazing, you know, gazing at this beautiful starlit nights, and it's going to, I feel like you're going to get some visions, you're going to get some knowing, there's going to be something you're going to receive. I'm feeling when you're gazing at the stars. And for some of you, I'm feeling a message that you're going to be receiving a lot of cleansing, meaning like you're getting like this light, right? This is like the golden light coming in. And to me, this is like the white light coming in, cleansing and purifying. There's going to be like a purification of your emotional body where it begins to flow one more time. Okay, one more time in its essence, awakening to your sensual nature. So the females, the feminines, I do feel you're going to allow yourself to be soft. So there's a softness, there's a gentleness, there's a sensuality, awakening to the senses, awakening and honoring the feminine body, awakening and honoring the female form within yourself. Okay, so when I'm saying within yourself, if you're the male, that's not what I'm saying. This was a message coming for women. Okay, this particular message was coming for women, is honoring your body, honoring your space, because I feel like with this ego energy here, there's been a lot of comparisons, there's been a lot of feelings of lack, and perhaps you felt kind of burnt in trying to live up to certain expectations. Females, okay, I'm talking about females here. And I do feel a resurgence in that. I do feel a cleansing. I do feel a healing energy that you're going to love yourself. You're going to love on your body. Okay, that's beautiful. And general message for men and women both as starseeds. Androgynous, you know, we are actually androgynous, but we've chosen certain forms to have certain experiences, is to create a sacred space. Okay, to create a sacred space. And I feel like for some of you, it is actually in nature. So some of you may enjoy hiking, you may be enjoying the outdoors, you want to go, do something, there's something in nature, camping, there's something with nature that's very, very positive and very, very big. It's going to help you to see the greater picture. And for this message, I already told you, stargazing, it's big. And again, okay, so this is again the water element. I'm feeling here with the water element. So water element, nature, and stars and gazing at the stars is going to bring about a bigger transformation, and you're going to be able to see that you're awakening a great amount of wisdom within you. I just noticed the owl here. So you're awakening a great amount of wisdom within you as you journey very courageously into what can feel a bit frightening of a cave, right? But you are a starseed. You've done this millions of times before. Let your wings guide you. So journey within and meet your higher self to find your true purpose. Your star seeds. So something may spring to the thoughts, the things that you're planting now in your mind and in your energy field, I do feel will come to fruition by coming spring. That's another message that's coming in. Whew. Thank you, angels. Thank you so very much. I am so blessed to bring forth this reading for the star seeds. I do wish and hope that this brings in love and light, for this is the intention that I set for this reading. This is Archana here with Divine Soul Resonance. I will talk to you soon. Bye.